Tribunal admits European Union final report faulting Tinubu's victory in 2023 elections. Wow. So this was a report that the EU finally brought out that faulted almost everything that happened during the election, how it was marred by violence, how the election was rigged, how INEC was not able to sustain or operate by the guidelines of Nigerian electoral laws and the Electoral Act of 2022. And when the report was released, we saw how both INEC, APC supporters, and all of the Tinubu supporters reacted to it. They rejected it, especially INEC. INEC was like, EU should not tell us how to run our democracy. Democracy is not 100 meters. And all of that statements were made. But finally, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal Court has now admitted this report, meaning it is going to be an evidence as well. And who is this evidence going to support? That is the question. Now that it's been admitted in the tribunal, who is it going to support? Because, of course, this is going to discredit both INEC and APC, okay? And it's going to be to the credit of either Atiku, PDP, or Peter Obi Labour Party, or even both of them. Because this, again, goes a long way to affirm or confirm the claims of both Labour Party and PDP that the 2023 general election was massively rigged and actually need to be conducted again, or declare or bring out all the results that were not counted or accounted for, and then assess it and declare the rightful winner. But I know they wouldn't want to go to any of those routes because Tinubu is desperate to remain the Nigerian president, and INEC is also desperate not to undo what they have done to put Tinubu there. And so that again puts question mark on how independent and how deliberate INEC will be to give the right and the expected judgment. This is a huge one that is coming against INEC and APC. So the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, on Monday admitted to exhibit the final report of the European Union Election Observers Mission, which faulted the conduct and outcome of the 2023 presidential election that produced President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and others as winners. The report tendered by the former vice president and presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party in the February 25 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar, was admitted as an exhibit, notwithstanding vehement objections by the President Bola Tinubu, the All Progressive Congress, and Independent National Electoral Commissions. Yes, they kept on objecting. If you just bring any evidence, they object. If you just bring any new evidence, they object. Their own is not to object, it's just to object, not to provide defense, because they know what they did. In its report, the European Union Election Observer Mission claimed that the presidential election did not show credibility, fairness, and transparency in the ways and manners in which it was conducted by INEC. The report tendered through INEC's sole witness and Director of Information Technology, Lawrence Bayode, said only 31% of the presidential election result was uploaded into INEC's result viewing portal. Can you imagine? In its evidence in chief, Bayode admitted that the electoral body has no electronic collation system for election result, hence the presidential election result was not electronically collated. Specifically, the INEC witness admitted that the collation of the presidential election result was done manually by the presiding officers of the electoral body. Can you imagine? Under cross-examination by Atiku Abubakar's late counsel, Chris Uche's son, the witness admitted that not all the presidential election results were uploaded into INEC's result viewing center as of March 1, 2023. And when Tinubu was declared, uh, and returned as the winner of the February 25, 2023 election. So while the witness told the court that there was a technical glitch that affected the uploading of the presidential election results, the witness, however, under cross-examination admitted that such a glitch was not reported to Amazon Web Services by INEC. Can you imagine? So under cross-examination again by Wole Olanipe-Kusan, lead counsel to President Tinubu, the witness told the court that Form EC8A formed the basis of the election result and that data and network service were required for the upload of the images of the results captured by the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System machines, BVAS. He further testified that images captured on BVAS, whether transmitted electronically or manually, will not affect the integrity of the election, especially when results entered into Form EC8A are announced to the hearing and knowledge of party agents. Yes. So the INEC director, while answering another question from Molani Kweku, said the February 25 presidential election results announced in favor of Tinubu were free, fair, transparent, and in substantial compliance with the provisions of the law, obviously. Also, under cross-examination by Latif Fagbemi's son, lead counsel of the APC, the witness admitted that glitches were experienced on the election day, but, however, said that the glitches did not affect the final result and scores of candidates at the election. With one witness and 4 documents tendered, INEC closed its defense in the petition filed by the former vice president against the declaration of Tinubu as the winner of the February 25 presidential election. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has been ordered to open the defense of his victory, in the presidential election on Tuesday, June 4, 2023, by the presiding justice of the Presidential Election Petition Court, Justice Haruna Simon Samani. This is a serious one. So it was obvious that only 31% of the entire result was uploaded on IREF portal. And then INEC went ahead to use that to declare Tinubu winner. How can you didn't get up to 50% declaring somebody winner? Why are you rushing? Why not take time and do the correct thing? Because they have planned the hula baloo. They have planned the Baba Blue, how they want to run it. That is the truth. They knew that if they go by the electronic transmission, Tinubu was not going to win because nobody voted him. Because in the first place, people know his pedigree and did not want to vote him. And people are tired of APC and PDP as well, and nobody voted them. That is the truth. So, but they went back because it's not them. They went back and then did something to the IRF portal, disconnected it from the BVS machines. So BVS machines holders could not upload anything because the receiving portal was down, and that telling us was glitches. Tell us the kind of glitches they cannot. Even what is his name? Festus Okoye, the director of voters education and also on in INEC, was fielding questions in channel television. I was just saying glitches, that he wouldn't dabble into technical jargons and technical things because he's a novice in that area. All he knows that there was glitches. So does it mean that as directors of INEC, you did not do investigation after the glitches to nip down the root cause, the causal factors and the root causes, and then have corrective actions in place to prevent a repeat of that in future elections? After all, we're going to have a lot of by-elections coming up within the year. So why not do the investigation? And as a director, you don't need to know all the technicalities of the operation of those ICT equipment. All you need to follow is administrative processes to understand what happened and let the experts tell you what happened, and then the experts also prove to you that they have fixed it and it's not going to happen again. That is what you do as a director. We're coming to the television, Channels TV, to say that you are not going to be dragged into technicalities of the ICT system because you are a novice there. It doesn't all go well. It means that as leaders, there's a place of leaders in investigating incidents. So that was an incident, and a huge one for that matter. and you did not investigate it, that is what it means. Because if you did, you would have known exactly what happened. That was bad. So, but how can they submit EU report that was listed during the pre-hearing when they have closed their case since last week? That one on your own. Now, there's a reason it came in. Okay, law. So the EU report carry meaning, Abi, or it's a worthless report from Peter Obi people. When we say the election were not free and fair, una go argue. So it is now white people that is coming to tell you that it was not free and fair, and you're admitting it. Can you imagine? White people that you believe. Okay, I don't owe any politician or party loyalty. Any loyalty is to rule of law, and that is the only hope of the common man. So if we allow the elites to continue rubbishing it, then we have no hope, because the oppression will just continue till one day it touches our family or friends, and somehow, and that's when we will shout out. Desperation at its peak. Who is desperate now? That is APC desperation, yes. The conclusion of EU observers is based on social media noise by the obedience crying foul day and night, because they are once said it is credible and gives INEC pass mark. Where is EU when some candidates were planning to rig the election by hacking the INEC portals fraudulently? It's APC now. This APC, by God, is also indicting APC further. You see? So that is exactly what has happened. It has been admitted. Whether we like it or not, they have admitted it, and meanwhile it is an evidence in the court and will be used very well. Very well. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment for review and for learning.